Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to this session. So this is a session which is, discussion about puzzles for IBPS RRB Clerk Prelims exam. Okay, it is a puzzles webinar exclusively for puzzles. So as you all know, puzzles is a very important topic in this, bank exams. So you will get anywhere between 20 to 25 marks alone from this puzzles. That is a very important topic, okay, because there are many types of puzzles. So yeah, let us look into them one by one. Okay, so this is the first set that we have. It says 8 persons, okay, MN, PQ, MNO, PQR, S and T sit in a straight line, all facing north, not necessarily in the same order. The following information is known about them. Okay. So here we have 8 people and all are facing north, and this is the information you have. A small paragraph with regards to the information. So take some time, okay, 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Try to implement this information and see whether you are going to get the arrangement or not. I'll wait. Go ahead. So all are facing north. It is very important to know which is the left and which is the right of the person. So do take that into account. Okay. And ensure that you are reading the paragraph only once. As and when you are reading the paragraph, you have to understand the positions mainly. We have to interpret the sentence into positions because arrangement is all about positions. Once you start visualizing the positions, it becomes easy to look into and fix the arrangement, so that by the time you come to the last information, your arrangement will be ready. Ensure you are going through the paragraph only once. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Sandra Wadanab has given arrangement in TROQPMS. All right. Okay, good. So let's look into that then. So we know 8 persons is given and all are facing north. So our left is the left, our right is the right. We consider that. Okay. And now we have N sits at the left end. So that is given. So N is fixed at the left end. Then O sits second to the left of P. Who? So who means the person just before it, that is P, sits third to the right of R. Okay. So O is second to the left of P and P is third to the right of R. So O is second to the left of P and P is third to the right of R. So this is the arrangement we have for R, O and P, 4 positions. So those 4 positions can be available. So further what information is given, let us check. Then he says there are an even number of persons sitting between P and N. Okay, so I need even number of persons between P and N. So N is already there. Even number of persons means either you need 2, 4 or 6. These are the 3 positions. So leaving a gap of 2, I can have P, but then I will not be able to fix RO. Not possible. Now leaving a gap of 4, I can definitely have P here. Okay, or you can also take one other case. Leaving a gap of 6, you can take P at the end also. So even number of persons. And again, we can definitely fix R and O. So with a gap of 1, you can have R and O here. With a gap of 1, you can have R and O here. Correct? So that is the 2 cases we will get. Then further he says S sits third to the right of Q. Who means Q sits adjacent to P. So now Q has to be adjacent to P. In the second case, the only possibility is I have Q here. Now the information that we had was S is sitting third to the right of Q. So Q is there on the right side, third position, you need S. But that is not going to be possible in the second arrangement because I don't have enough positions there. Correct? So in the first case, I can definitely rule out Q here, but I can definitely put Q between O and P. And then on the right side, third position, you can have S. Correct? And further, one last information is T sits to the left of M. So left means need not be adjacent, some position to the left. So T should be to the left side of M. So basically, you put T in the second position, M in the second last, such that T is to the left of M. So basically, that is what we have here. NTRO QPMS. Yes, that is the arrangement we got. That is correct. Very good. So ensure you are understanding the information as you are reading it through positions like this, so that wherever necessary you can incorporate them and finish it off by the time you come to the last condition. That way you can finish off the puzzles without any confusion. Okay, yeah. So yes, coming to the questions. Okay, so this is the final arrangement. Now who sits to the immediate right of P? Check who is there to the immediate right of P. Yes, that is correct. We have M, choice 4. Immediate right of P is M. So P and immediate right you have is M. Okay, correct. M is the right answer. Good. The next, what is the position of O with respect to T? Yeah. See, what is it? Position of O with respect to T. Okay, I am seeing choice 2. Choice 2 is what? Second to the right. Position of O with respect to T. Yes, on the right side, second position. Very good. You have choice 2, second to the right. Great. Next, which of the following is definitely true? He says. Yeah. Go through the information and see which option it is. Okay, option 3. So T sits second to the left of O. That is correct. With respect to O, T is on the left side, second position. T sits second to the left of O. That is correct. Choice 3 works. Okay, great. Yes, choice 3 is what we can get as the answer. And sometimes, as you very well know, in the fifth option, you may be given more than one of the above. Then in such cases, go through all the options and then finalize it. Correct? Okay. In this case, it is not necessary. Choice 3 works. Excellent. Yes. Great. I'm seeing everybody is giving choice 3 there. Good. Then next, who among the following sits to the left of R? Yeah, left of R. What do we have here? That is correct. There are actually two people, N and T, but among the options, it is T. Choice 4. Yes, excellent. T. And then 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one that does not belong to that group. It's an odd man out question. See, which pair is an odd man out? Okay, okay, excellent. Yes, choice 1, TQ. TQ is the answer. May I know why? What is common in the other options? Because that is how odd man out has to be understood. What is common in the other options that you are saying TQ is my answer? What do you find common in the other options? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Correct. Got it, got it. Yeah, correct. Except TQ, remaining all options have one person in between. Whereas in between TQ, as you can see, there are two persons between. Yes, that is why TQ is our answer. Yeah, correct. In the rest, only one space. Correct. Yes. All have one middle alphabet. Okay, correct. Yes. Very good. TQ is our answer. Good. Very good. Okay. Now coming to the next, we have is 7 persons. G through M are working in a bank. Their designations are Chairman, Executive Director, General Manager, Deputy General Manager, Assistant General Manager, Chief Manager, and Officer, but not necessarily in the same order. The following information is known. Usually, when you have designations, there will be a note given like this that says the positions are given in the descending order of their expertise, with the chairman being the senior most and officer being the junior most. And we fix usually in the descending order. Sometimes in the note, he will say the positions are given in the ascending order, he will say, but he will not start with chairman, he will start with officer. So he'll start with officer, chief manager, AGM. So he'll give it in the reverse order. With whatever the order he has given, he will reverse it. But in the note, he will say the positions are given in the ascending order of their seniority, where officer is the junior most, chairman is the senior most. So whether in whichever order he gives you, we always fix them in the descending order from top to bottom. So once we do that, why do we do that? Because if I put the senior most at the top and junior most at the bottom, and the seniority decreases from top to bottom, in the conditions when he says a senior, I can simply replace the word senior as above. And when I replace junior, I can simply replace the word junior with below. So interpretation of the information becomes easier. So that way we can represent the data. So we fix the designations. Okay. From top to bottom, we start with chairman, then ED, GM, DGM, AGM, CM, and officer. And then we look into the information. So yeah, this is the information we have. Okay. So we have chairman, ED, correct. Then we have GM, DGM, AGM. So GM, DGM, AGM, and then we have CM and officer. CM and officer. So these are the designations in the decreasing order of their seniority. Now, based on that, you have some information here with regards to the persons. Again, take 40 seconds, 40 to 45 seconds, go through the data, try to fix the information. Yes. Okay. Now, keep in mind the seniority part. Who is senior, who is junior? Okay. So, senior doesn't mean immediate senior position. Could be some positions a senior also. Junior doesn't mean immediate junior unless specified. Correct? So yeah, go through it. Okay, Tripura Bala has already given the arrangement. Great, very good. GJMHIKL. All right. Okay, good. We'll have a look into it. Okay, Sandra Vadanab has also the same arrangement. Excellent. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's look into this. So we have chairman, ED, GM, DGM, AGM, CM, and O. So that's the designations according to the seniority. Okay. Right. So now it says J is senior to H, who means H is a deputy general manager. So H is a deputy general manager, and since he says J is senior to H, senior could be any one position above H. So basically, I'm getting 3 cases. So for now, let us keep it like that. We'll see further what information, and then if necessary, we'll create one more possibility. Okay. Then L is junior to K. Okay. So you have K, and below K you need L. L is junior to K. That's the idea. Okay. Then further, the number of persons senior to J is same as number of persons junior to K. So senior to J means above J should be same as junior to K below K. So that will tell you that apart from this, I can take one more arrangement. Okay. So that is either I can have J here and K here, or I can have J here and K here. Because when you have the information like that, number of persons senior to J is same as number of persons junior to K is very similar to number of persons left of A is same as number of persons right of B. So whenever you have such information, how do I interpret and understand? It means the two people involved in that condition should occupy the same positions but from opposite ends, be it left and right, top and bottom. They need to occupy the same positions from opposite ends. Now you can exchange their positions also, but my limit is J has to be senior to H. That is why no exchange is possible. Otherwise, exchange can also happen. They have to occupy same positions from opposite ends. First from the top, first from the bottom, second from the top, second from the bottom, like that with interchangeability. That is how you have to remember this. I'm sure you all know that. Okay. So that is how you have to keep understanding and following it. Right. So now we have this, correct? And then we need L is junior to K. So in the second case, we only have one position below K. But in the first case, we'll wait for that. We'll see further what information is available. Then only one person is senior to J. So the immediate next information is only one person is senior to J. So I can rule out the first case. Because here I have two people senior to J. Only one should be senior to J, that is available here. So we'll continue with that. Then M is senior to I. But now see, when you have and or but, it refers to the first person, that is M. So M is senior to I means M is above I, but is not chairman. So cannot be chairman. M cannot be given as chairman, but M has to be senior to I. Okay. So then this is the case. M will be GM, then I will be DGM. That is the only possibility. And the remaining person we have is G through M. Okay, GHIJKLM. Yeah, so we put G. So we have GJMHIKL. So GJMHIKL. Very good. Yes, that's the arrangement we get. Excellent. Okay. Now, yeah. So here it has given horizontally. Doesn't matter whether you do horizontal or vertical. Ultimately, we get our arrangement. Yeah. Yes. So now based on this, questions. Okay. Now, who among the following is the assistant general manager? So, who is that? Which option it is? Correct. It is I, and it is given in third option. Very good. So, choice 3. Choice 3 is correct. Okay. Then next, how many persons are junior to M? So, check and see how many people are junior to M. Yes, that is correct. There are 4 people, but yes, it is given in the 5th option. Correct. So be very careful when you're marking the option. Just because the answer is 4 doesn't mean you have to mark 4th option. Correct. So those kind of mistakes we need to be avoiding. So be careful when you're marking the option correct. The answer is 4, but it is given in the 5th option. Very good. Correct. Yes. Okay, then which of the following combinations is true? He's asking. Okay. Which is true? Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. All of you are right. Very good. Correct. Correct. It's really nice that many of you are, involving in this discussion. Very good. Thank you. That is correct. We will get choice 2. K is the chief manager. That is the correct combination. Great. Then what are the positions of I and L? Answering them will not take much time once you have the arrangement. So invest time properly in getting the right arrangement. You can get your answers. It is not going to be a problem. Okay, option 1. Option 1, AGM and officer, I and L. Correct. I and L, AGM and officer. Choice 1. Good. That is correct. Then who among the following is senior to I but junior to M? Yeah. Senior to I but junior to M. Okay. Choice 3, H. Very good. Correct. The only person in between M and I is H. Correct. Senior to I is before I, junior to M is after M. Correct. H. Third option. That is the right answer. Great. Excellent. Okay. Right. Good. Now moving on. Next. So here we have 8 persons, O through V, sit around a square table in such a way that 4 persons sit at the middle of the sides facing the center and the others sit at the corners facing away from the center. The following information is known. So you have 8 people, square arrangement. So whether it is a circle or a square or a rectangle, when you have an even number, positions should be opposites. So 4 are in the middle of the sides who are facing the center, 4 are at the corners facing away from the center. That's the information given. And then you have this instructions to fix the arrangement. Yeah, again, take 40-45 seconds, try to fix them. Go ahead. Again, ensure the left and the right very clearly because both directions are given here, facing the center, facing away. Which is left, which is right has to be carefully analyzed. Okay, go ahead, see what you can get. So once you finish, you can just, if you want to give the arrangement, you can give the persons in a clockwise order. Start with any person, just give the persons in the clockwise direction. What is the order of the persons you got? We'll match that. Okay, Sandra Vadanab has QOTRUVPS. All right, okay, good. We'll see that. Let's check that. So puzzles are very important. Keep practicing them regularly. Don't lose touch. Okay. Okay. Tripura Bala has also QOTRUVPS. Okay, great, good. All right, let's see that. So we get a square arrangement. So we take a square. People at the corners are facing away from the center, and people sitting in the middle of the sides are facing the center. Right. Now the information is only 3 persons sit between P and T, but neither of them faces the center. So I need 3 people between P and T and neither of them face the center. Obviously, they have to face away from the center. Means they have to occupy corners. So here, either you have diagonally opposite corners on either side. So we fix any one, P in this, T there, such that on both sides you have 3 people between P and T and neither of them face the center. Okay. And then R sits to the immediate right of T. Okay. So T is facing away. Right we know is clockwise direction for facing away. And then we fix R, immediate right of T. Okay. Chandana also has given. Great. Varsha also has given. Excellent. Good. The arrangement. Let's see. Further, we have O sits adjacent to neither P nor R, but sits opposite V. So, like we know, and or but it always refers to the first person, that is O. So, O cannot be adjacent to P and R, but opposite to V. Okay. So, adjacent to P and adjacent to R means these three positions are not available for O. These three positions are unavailable for O. So that means there are still two positions and opposite to V, correct? So you have O here, V here, O here, V here, opposite to V. So we have O and V opposites. Okay, we'll see further what else we need to look into that. Now, Q does not face the center. Okay, so Q does not face the center, so Q has to face away from the center, correct? So if Q has to face away from the center, then obviously I cannot have O here also, because I know O and V are opposite. So if I put O here, then opposite I'll get V. Already there are two corners P and T. Now the other two corners will be O and V. That means the remaining positions are all facing the center. But very clearly is saying Q does not face the center. So that should tell you that O cannot be in the corners. So then this is the only position for O, and opposite you have V. Correct? And Q does not face the center. Yes, Q will occupy one of the corners. Okay. All right. Then further, what do we have? S sits third to the right of U, who means U sits adjacent to V. So U should be adjacent to V and S should be third to the right of U. Okay. So U should be adjacent to V and S is third to the right of U. So we clearly know you cannot have U, you cannot have V here because, sorry, V is already there, my bad. So U is adjacent to V basically means I can definitely have U here. That is the only adjacent available to V. So U here, and U is away from the center, so third to the right. Right is clockwise, first, second, third. You will have S. S is third to the right of U, adjacent to V. Correct? And the remaining we can now have is Q, because we know Q does not face the center. So yes, QOTR UVPS. That is the right arrangement we get. QOTR UVPS. Very good. Excellent. All of you. Excellent work. Correct. So ensure that you are going through the paragraph only once. By the time you come to the last information, your arrangement should be ready. That is how it has to be analyzed and done. Okay. Great. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. Questions. Who sits opposite to R? Who is opposite to R? Correct. S, and it is given in choice 2. Now suppose if I ask who is facing V? What will you say? Facing. Who is facing V? Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, it is O. Okay, then, yeah, I see your message, Sandra Vadanab. The screen blurs often. I'll try not to move that much. Maybe because of that it is happening. But I'm moving so that I can view your chat. That's why. Okay, just bear with it. Oh, correct. Okay. So yeah, see, normally when he says a faces, it has to satisfy two things. One, it has to have opposite positions, and the other, both of them should be facing the center. That is what is facing each other means. But otherwise, when he simply says who is sitting opposite, it doesn't matter what direction they are, we only have to check in opposite positions. Correct. Who is facing V? The answer will be O. Yes, that is the right answer. Okay, good. So understanding the information is crucial. Okay. Then what is the position of S with respect to R? What is the position of S? He's asking. So with respect to R, we need. Okay, third option. With respect to R. Yeah, that is correct. So it is third option, fourth to the right, because R is facing the center, counterclockwise direction is the right side. Yes, so we will get fourth to the right. It can be fourth to the left also. It can be opposite also. So there are many ways of describing the position. Correct. We will get third option. Good. Okay. Then who sits a second to the right of P is the question. Second to the right of P. Yeah, P is facing away from the center, right is clockwise. Second position in the clockwise direction you have is Q. Yes, Q. Very good. Choice 2 works. So, Chandana, it is not first option, ma, because it is left. Because P is away from the center, U is on the left side, second position only. But I need right side according to the question. So, clockwise direction. So, that will be Q. Choice 2. Okay. Yeah. Then next, 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Which of the following does not belong to that group is the question. Check and see which pair. KQO, third option, fourth option. Okay, let's see that. QO, third option. Okay, all right. So we have PV. Okay, the first person P is on the left side of second person V, immediate. UR. Okay, the first person U is immediate left of second person R. QO. The first person Q is immediate right of second person O. SQ. First person S is immediate left of second person Q because Q is facing away. And OT. First person O is immediate left of second person T because T is also facing away. Correct. It is going to be QO because it is immediate right. Every option has immediate position only, except in the third option we are getting immediate right. All other options you are getting immediate left. Correct. Q is to the right of O. Yes, that is the right option. Yes. Third option is what we will have. Okay, excellent. Good. Then how many persons are sitting between T and S when counted to the right of S? Yeah. Between T and S when counted to the right of S. Yes, that is correct. Option 2, 4 members, 4 persons are there between. Correct. Choice 2 works. Very good. Right of S means S is facing the center, so anti-clockwise direction we have to consider. P, V, U and R. These are the 4 people we get. Correct. Good. Okay. Then. So now the next information is about a certain number of persons sit in a row and all of them are facing north. So this is the information we have. So again, take 45 seconds, see what is it that you have. Okay. So when he says certain number of persons, we will get some positions empty, some positions with persons. So, but we need to consider all of them. That is how we have to remember this. Yeah. Go ahead and see what do we get. Okay. Let us look into this. Right. So coming to the information, he says there are 8 persons sitting between E and P. Only 2 persons sit to the right of P. So then obviously we need to have E on the left side, P on the right side. Then only I can satisfy only 2 persons to the right side of P. I cannot switch E and P's position, which is not going to work out. Correct? So let's consider that. Okay. We have an arrangement given 22 people. All right. Okay. 22 people. Great. Let's look into that. So 8 persons between E and P, only 2 persons sit to the right of P. So we have E, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you have P and only 2 people. So this is going to be the right end. That's our right end. And we know all are facing north. That is also specified. Correct? Okay, further, G sits adjacent to D. He says who means it is a D, sits a third to the left of E. Okay. All right, Chandana also has given the number of people. Okay, 13. Huh? All right, let's see. So G is adjacent to D. Who means D is third to the left of E. Okay, so E is already there, third to the left of E. So this is third to the left of E, and you will have D because the word who is there. So D is there. And then again, he's saying that G sits adjacent to D. So, but which adjacent we don't know. So for now, we will put it separately, G and D adjacent. We'll further check where on which adjacent we have to give G. Okay, further what he says, 9 persons sit between E and F. Who means F sits at one of the ends. So 9 persons between E and F should sit at one of the ends. Now obviously you cannot be on the right side. Why? Because you already have 8 people between E and P, and including P you are getting 9. Okay. That means I will have to give F adjacent to P, but then that is not the end. So it has to be on the other side. There will be 9 people between E and F who sits at one of the ends. So compulsorily F has to be at one of the ends. So I cannot have F on the right side of E, because then it will be adjacent to P. Second from the right end I will have F. Not possible. Correct? So I have to take on to the other side. So if I take on to the other side, I already have 3 people. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you will have F. Now this is going to be our left end. So that is going to be our left end. You have 9 people between E and F who sits at one of the ends. Correct? Okay. So now here, since we have the ends, I think we can count what is the total number. Correct? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. So yeah, we are getting 22 people here. Sandra Vadanab, that is correct. Chandana, I don't think 13 is right, ma. Okay. So we will have 22. Okay, further let us see. So don't worry about right or wrong, we are all here to learn. So practice them again, that's all. Okay. Now the next he says is H sits 4 places away from F. So 4 places away. So when you have that information, it means you need to leave a gap of 3. 4 places away from F. And we know that F is sitting at one of the ends. It cannot be to the left side of F. Not possible. So it has to be on the right side. So you need to leave a gap of 3 positions and then put H. H is 4 places away from F. So leaving a gap of 3, you put H in the 5th position. You put F in the 5th position from F. Leaving a gap of 3, 4 places away. Correct? Then what else we have? J sits 6th to the right of G. Okay. Now again, since I don't know the position of G, because see, G could be in the 7th position, or G can also be in the 9th position, because G and D are adjacent. And now he says J is 6th to the right of G. So if I place G in the 7th, then 3, 4, 5, 6th position will be 13th. Or if G is in the 9th, 3, 4, 5, sixth position is 15. So both are available. So you can either have J in the 13th, you can either have J in the 15th. But what is given after that also we will confirm before we finalize that. And he says that the number of persons sitting between F and G is same as number of persons sitting to the right of J. So the number between F and G should be same as the number of people on the right side of J. Okay, so let's see that between F and G. Now, since F is already in the first position here, F is already in the first position between F and G. If I take between 1 and 7, you have 3 plus 3, sorry, 3 plus 2, 5 people. Between 1 and 7, there are 5 positions. Now, if G is in the 7th, then J will be in the 13th. Now, to the right side of 13th, do I have 5 positions? No. That means G is not possible in the 7th, so J is not possible in the 13th. Because the number of people between F and G should be same as the number of people on the right side of J. So we put G now in the 9th, so that between 1 and 9, you know that there are 7 persons, 7 positions. Now J will be put in the 15th. Now see to the right side of J, how many positions are there? You will have 7 positions. So the condition satisfies. So this is going to be our final arrangement we get. Yes, we will have 22. Varsha, yes, you will get 22 people. Okay, great, very good. So every time you don't need to, put the second possibility immediately. Just go through the data. If needed, you can apply the second possibility. Otherwise, then and there we can try to match the positions and eliminate it. Okay. Yes. So this is our final arrangement we get. So now let's look into the questions. Yeah. So now how many persons sit between F and P? Okay. So between F and P, how many are there? So how many we will get? That is correct. 18. Choice 4. See, you don't have to count in between. Look at the positions of F and P. F is the first person. P is the third from the right side. So we cannot count F and P. So 2 people you remove in 22. And also after P, I don't need those 2 people. So totally you're removing 4 people. So out of 22, you remove 4. The balance will be 18. Correct. We have choice 4. 18. Right? Then who sits 6th to the left of E? Okay. 6th to the left of E. Choice 4. H. That is correct. Yeah. So again, extremely sorry for the blurring from time to time. Please bear with it. Yeah, you will have choice 4, H. See, a different way of asking the question can be, instead of saying 6th to the left, he will also say 6 places away to the left. The meaning is the same. Because 6th to the left means you need to leave a gap of 5 people on the left side. 6 places away to the left also means you leave a gap of 5 people on the left side. So both have the same meaning. 6 to the left is same as 6 places away to the left. Correct. It will be H. Choice 4. Very good. Then how many persons sit to the left of H? Okay. To the left side of H, how many are there? Correct. Choice 1. 4 persons. Yes. 4 persons. Choice 1. Then how many persons sit in the row? That we know. We have the count directly. It is choice 2, 22. How many persons? 22. Correct. Choice 2 we will get. Okay. Then what is the position of E with respect to H? Yeah. So what is the position of E? So from H we have to check. Very good. That is correct. Choice 1. 6th to the right. Yes. From H on the right side, 6th person is E. 6th to the right. Very good. Choice 1. Excellent. Yes. Tripura Bala, Varsha, Sandra Vadana, Chandana. Yes. Yes. Choice 1. Okay. Moving on. Coming to the next. We have a 7 persons sit around a circular table facing the center. Now 7 is an odd number. So that means there are no opposites in this case. We just have to space them out as equidistant as possible and no opposite positions. And all are facing the center. And these are the 3 lines of information you have. So yes, 30-40 seconds. See what do you get? Circular arrangement facing the center. Okay. So since all are facing the center, there is no confusion with left or right. We know clockwise direction will be the left, anti-clockwise will be the right. That is what we need to consider. Yeah, you can put the order of persons in the clockwise direction as your answer. Okay, so Tripura Bala and Varsha have put it NRMSQPO. NRMSQPO. Okay, yes, Varsha, you have started from O. It is fine. You are going to get the same arrangement. Great. Tripura Bala and Varsha have given the arrangement. Good. Sandra has also given MSNPONR. MS. Oh, okay. Slightly different. MSNPONR. Oh, you have given 2 times N, Sandra. Vadana. ONR PMSQ. ONR PMSQ. Okay, slightly different. Chandana also has given the arrangement. Okay, okay, all right, fine. No worries. Let's see what do we have from the arrangement that we get here. Okay, so we have a circle and we know there are 7 people. And all are facing the center. No opposites. Now he says N sits a 4th to the left of S. Okay, you can put S in any one position. And left is clockwise. 1, 2, 3. You have N, 4th to the left of S. Okay. And then P sits adjacent to neither S nor N. Okay. So N has two adjacent, S has two adjacent, P cannot be there, then there is only one position. So neither adjacent to N or S is P. Okay, further we have P and O sit adjacent to each other, and at the same time O sits third to the right of M. Okay, so P and O are adjacent and O sits third to the right of M. Okay, so then in that case I cannot have O in between P and S, even though P and O will be adjacent. But if I put O there, third to the right of N, you already will get O. But I don't want N, I want M, correct? So that's why you put O in between P and N, so that you can have M adjacent to S, immediate right of S, so that O is third to the right of M you will have, correct? And further S does not sit adjacent to R. Okay, that means adjacent to R you cannot have S. So R will be between M and N, and the remaining person will be Q. So yeah, you have QPON RMS. NRMS QPO, NRMS QPO. Yes, that should be the arrangement. Yes. So Tripura Bala, Varsha, you got it right. SOPRNMQ. Divya. SOPR Noma. Okay. Okay, that's fine. No worries about it. Don't worry. But this is what we have based on the data. So the left and the right has to be carefully analyzed. Based on that, we get our arrangement. Okay, good. Yeah. Questions now. How many persons sit between R and O when counted from the right of O? Okay. Between R and O, when you count on the right side of O, how many are there? 4 people. Yes, yes. Choice 5. Very good. 4 people, which is nothing but more than 3. So that is what we choose. More than 3 on the right side of O. Good. Then, which of the following is the position of P with respect to S? Yeah. Which among them is the position of P with respect to S? Yes, that is correct. You will get option 2. Very good. Option 2 works. That is correct. Second to the left. With respect to S, P is in second position on the left side of S. Correct. Choice 2 works. Very good. Correct. Then who sits third to the left of Q? Third to the left of Q. Who is there? Yeah. Very good. It is N. Option 4. That is the right answer. Correct. Third to the left of Q. N. Option 4. Then, what is the position of M with respect to N? Position of M with respect to N. Position of M with respect to N. Yes, that is correct. Choice 3. Yes, very good. choice 3 is what we should get. Second to the left. With respect to n, n is again from n, clockwise direction is the left, second position to the left. Third option. Okay. And 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one that does not belong to that group. Again, pairs of persons are given. See which option it is. Okay. Option 5 would be the right answer here. Okay. Because if you look at the first 4 options, look at the number of persons with respect to the second person on the left side. NQ, correct? With respect to left of Q, 2 people. MO with respect to left of O, 2 people. QR with respect to left of R, 2 people. PM with respect to left of M, 2 people. But now you have PR with respect to left of R, you have 3 people. Correct? So it has to be PR. Fifth option. All the other people have 2 persons between them when you look at left side of the second person, but not in the fifth option. Okay? Yeah. Choice 5 works. Good. Okay, so those are the questions in this. Yep. Next. We have 8 persons bought cars one after the other, not necessarily in the same order. Okay, and this is the order of the, so based on this information, I need to find what is the correct order of persons who got the cars. Okay, so again, go through it. You have 40-45 seconds. Try and see what do you get. Now always focus on the information. See, usually when we say 8 people, we fix all the 8 positions, correct? So in what cases I can fix those 8 positions is when you know the exact position of any person given in the information. Like earlier and all, we had N is fixed at the left end, only 2 people on the right side of P, 8 people between E and P, only 2 people on the right side of P, correct? And 9 people between E and F has to sit at one of the ends. So when you have such kind of information where position can be fixed, then it will be easy to fix the persons. But in this case, developing the arrangement becomes easy. Means instead of fixing 8 positions beforehand, based on the information, try to develop the positions and see that I am getting 8 positions. So that way it becomes easier to understand and work it out. So always focus on the type of information you have, because in these information here you can see that I do not have any fixed information that who is buying the car first or who is buying the car last or exactly middle. I have no information like that. Okay, so focus on these kind of information because that will help you. The right approach is also important, so that will help you analyze and get it first time right, instead of spending more time unnecessarily developing more possibilities. You can avoid it. Understood? Okay, so normally when you have a row of 8 people, 9 people, or a queue of 8 people, 9 people, focus on these kind of data. Is it easier to develop my arrangement or fix them at a time. That works. Okay, so Sandra has given the arrangement OQNLJKPM. Okay, all right. We'll see. What do we get? Okay. Tripura Bala is also given OQNLJKPM, similar. Okay, okay, good, good, good. Right, so let's see this. So here, let's look into the data one by one. So he says M bought the car after L. Okay, M bought the car after L for now. This is how I will consider after. Could be any position after L. Correct? So we'll wait for that. Next, 3 persons bought cars between L and M, and L bought the car immediately after N. So since he says 3 persons bought the cars between L and M, but the earlier line was very clear, M has bought after L. So we will consider L, then 1, 2, 3, then you will have M. Usually when he says 3 people have bought between L and M, you can exchange the positions of L and M also. But the first condition is very clear, M has bought after L. So this is the only information that we will look into. Okay, and the next line was L bought the car immediately after N. Okay, L has bought immediately after N. So we know that there are 8 persons. So when you are developing the arrangement, we need to be careful as to how many positions you are fixing, and be mindful that you are not exceeding the number or you are not taking less than 8. I need exact 8. So right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are there. So 2 more people gives my arrangement. So L bought the car immediately after N. Further, only 2 persons bought the cars between N and K. Okay, only 2 persons between N and K. Is it possible above N now? Only 2 persons between N and K means above N, I'll have to add 3 more people. But by adding 3 more people, you already have 6 people, you'll get 9 people, which is not possible. Correct? So it has to be after N. You leave a gap of 2 people and you put K here. Because I need only 2 more people now, it is definitely not possible above N. 2 people between N and K. So K has to be after N only. Right? Then J bought the car after O, but means the first person J before K. So J is after O, before K. So we have J is after O, but before K. Okay, so K is here. Both O and J have to be above. That means at least one more person has to be above N. Okay, further we'll see what else we have. Then he says Q bought the car before L. Okay, see, Q has bought the car before L. Now we clearly know that above K, you need the remaining 3 people, that is O, J and Q. Because above K, you need O and J for sure. And above L, you need Q. Then the remaining 2 people have to be put above N only. The remaining 2 people have to be put above N only, so that all the remaining 3 persons, O, J and Q, can be fixed before. Right? So now we have 8 persons available. I cannot add any more information. Okay, so let's see what else we have. And then he says Q did not buy the car first. So if Q did not buy the car first, okay, but Q has to be above L. So Q has to be put in the second position only. And then before K, I need O and J. So I have 2 positions. So I put O and J before K. Correct? and the remaining person we have is JKLMNOP. So we put P in the remaining available position. So that gives us our arrangement. So like this, you can avoid taking some possibilities. If you develop the arrangement when you do not know the exact position of any one person, you are able to fix, because when he says 3 people between L and L is after M, sorry, M is after L, even then with that you can have them in many possibilities. So with that it will be slightly confusing. So develop it. Basing on that we can have our answer. Okay. All right. Divya has also given the arrangement. Great. Excellent. Good. So now based on this, let's look into the questions. Yep. That's the final arrangement. OQNL JKPM. Now, who bought the car first? Okay. Who has bought the car first? It's a direct question. We know that. Yeah, it is O. Very good. Option 4. Option 4. Correct. Now, how many persons bought cars between L and O? Okay, that is also there. Very clearly given. The number of persons between L and O. Correct. You have 2 people, 2 persons, and that is given in the third option. Correct. Option 3. Yes. Choice 3. Then next, who bought the car immediately after P? Okay, that is also there. Direct. Yes, it is option 1, M. Correct. M is the answer. Yes. Then how many persons bought cars after J? Okay. Persons who have bought cars after J. Very good. That is correct. Option 5. 3 people you have after J. Option 5. Yes. Yes. I'm really happy that you are getting involved in the discussion. Thank you. Yes. And one more. Which of the following statements is definitely true? Now be very careful with the fifth option. If second is true, please do check the fourth also. Option 2. That is correct. 4 is not correct. So fifth option doesn't work. Option 2 works. L bought the car immediately before J. Yes, that works. None of the other options work. Option 2 works. Yes. Okay. Next. We have is 7 persons have different number of pens. The following information is known. Okay. So distribution model. 7 persons, 7 different numbers. But the numbers are given, not all the numbers. Yeah. 30 seconds. Not more than that. Check it. Now here I think we can fix the positions because of this information. See, only 2 persons have more pens than Q. So that will give you the positions very clearly. So Q has to be given in the third position from the top. So if you have information like that, you can fix all the 7 positions and work on it. Unlike in the earlier case where we did not have anything, there you develop it. So our approach has to be according to how the data is represented. Move along accordingly. Okay. Yeah. Chandana, I couldn't get you, ma. Board routine left side. Okay, Sandra has the arrangement. SRQTVPU. Okay, we have Divya also has given SRQTVPU. All right. Okay. Great. Let's see this then. Right. So 7 persons, 7 different number of pens. Okay. So only 2 persons have more number of pens than Q. So Q will occupy position 3 clearly. Then P has less pens than V and Q has more pens than V. Okay. So P has less pens than V and Q has more pens than V. So below Q only we get V and P. So we will see where that is further. R does not have the highest number of pens. Okay, R cannot occupy position 1. That is clear. U have less number of pens than P. Okay, so U has less number of pens than P. Okay, so below Q now there are only 4 positions. I have 3 people there, V, P and U, in that order only. Okay, we will see further. Now P have more number of pens than the person who have 50 pens. Okay, so P has more number of pens than the person who has 50 pens. So that 50 can be given to U also, we don't know, but U could be U is different, 50 can be given to a different person also, we don't know. Okay, that's why I put separately there. Then the number of persons who have more pens than T is same as number of persons who have less pens than T. So it is the same person, means above T should be same as below T. Then T has to occupy the exact middle position. So if T has to occupy the exact middle position, then below T I know who are the remaining 3 people. Those are V, P and U in that order. So we fix that V, P and U. Now I can fix U as 50 because P has more pens than the person who has 50 pens. And since R cannot occupy the first position, R will occupy the second and the remaining is S. So SRQT VPU is correct. Very good. That is the arrangement you get. Okay, good. Right. So now coming to the questions. How many persons have more pens than P? Now that's a direct question. So how many have more than P? How many persons have more than P? See, here greater than is more than, correct? So P has greater than U, but how many have more than P? So I have to move to the left side of P and check, because that is where greater than is given. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Correct. 5 people more than 3. Option 4. Option 4, more than 3, because there are 5 people. All these 5, S, R, Q, T, V are more than P. Correct? Yeah. Okay, then next one. Now check this. If R plus T is 195, T plus U is 120, Q plus V is 150, and the total number of pens with all the persons together is 590, then what can be, he says, the sum of the pens with S and P together? Okay. So he has given R plus T. So this together is 195. Then T plus U. So this together is 120. And Q plus V is 150. And the total number of, sum of all the number of pens with the persons is 590. Then what can be the sum of the pens with S and P? So with S and P, what could be this number, he is asking. So the approach is simple. Except for S and P, try to see what are the number of pens you have with the remaining persons and subtract it from 590. That will give you the total sum of S and P. So just except for S and P, see how many pens you will get for the remaining persons and subtract it from 590. Okay, so Sandra has given option 2. All right, means which is 195. Okay. Right. So see here, R plus T is already given 195, correct? But T plus U is given. So don't worry about T now, because in R plus T itself you have 195. Directly add U, because U we know 50. So 195 plus 50, how much it is? 245. Then 245 plus you add Q and V, which is 150. So 245, 150 is 395. Correct? So now the remaining are S and P. So we have RTU added, which gives you 245, and Q and V is added 150. So 245 and 150 is 245, 150 is 395. So from 590 you subtract 395. So if I subtract 400 from 590, it is 190, but it is 395. So add 5 more in that difference. So to that 190, if I add 5 more, it will be 195. So you have to do this orally. Okay. 195 is the right answer. That is correct. Yes. Tripura Bala, correct. 195. Option 2 works. Option 2 works. Everybody clear on that? Okay. Right. Then next. Similar. He has again given, if R plus T is 195 and T plus U is 120. Now he's asking what can be the number of pens with Q. So we just need to know what number will R and T get, so that from the options you can check Q can have what number, because it has to be between R and T based on our arrangement. So you simply have to find out what is the R and T values of the number of pens, then see which option matches between R and T. That is how we approach this. Okay, option 4. All right. Let's see that. So we know already U is 50. So if U is 50, then T is going to be 70. Now if T is going to be 70, then R is going to be 125. Yeah, very good. Correct. The number that you get between 70 and 125 is option 4, 90. That is correct. Good. Choice 4 works. So questions like these, you also have to understand how do I approach. So that is how we get the answers. Okay, good. All right. Then next. So those were the 3 questions. Okay, next we have is 8 persons, C through J, live in a 4-storied building. Okay, each floor has 2 flats, flat 1 and flat 2. On any floor, flat 1 is west of flat 2. So yeah, you will get 8 flats. You have 8 persons, 4 stories, 4 floors. Each floor has 2 flats, flat 1 and flat 2, left to right. And then the other information is similar. Ground floor is considered floor 1. We know how the floors are always considered, and floor which is immediately above ground floor is considered floor 2, and so on. Flat 1 of floor 2 is immediate above flat 1 of floor 1 and to the west of flat 2 of floor 2, as so on. So you keep the floors 4, 3, 2, 1, then flat 1, flat 2, you will get 8 flats, and that is how he is asking us to consider this. Okay. Now basing on that, you have this information. Okay, so take 45 seconds, go through the data, see what do we get. Floor arrangement. Now when you have multiple flats per floor, you need to be careful with the condition. The condition, is it with respect to floor or is it with respect to flat, has to be understood. Is it immediate above or immediate below floor, he's saying, or immediate above flat, he's saying, has to be carefully analyzed. Okay, we'll discuss more on that when we go through the data, but yes, keep your eyes open for such kind of data for fixing the arrangement. Yeah. Okay, previous slide you want. Yeah, so this is only about the arrangement of the floors. May I change it back to the information that you need for fixing the arrangement? Okay. All right. Okay, Divya has given the arrangement IF, HE, GJ and DC. Okay, all right, Divya. Good. We'll look into that. From the first floor she has given, okay. IF, HE, GJ, DC. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll wait 30 more seconds, then we will start. Okay, Divya, you have slightly changed it. Third floor and fourth floor you have interchanged. Okay, that's fine. No issues. No issues. All right, so let's have a look into it. Okay, so let's see how this can be done. So we have the floors and then you have the flats. Each floor has 2 flats. Okay, so let's see this. Okay. All right, so maybe I will slightly put a slightly bigger table. So if need be, we will consider one more arrangement here itself. Okay, 2 possibilities. Most likely, we may have to work on it. So let's see. Okay, right. Now condition says E lives in an odd numbered flat on an even numbered floor. Okay, so we have 2 even number floors, 4 and 2. Odd numbered flat is flat 1. So in one case you put E, 4th floor flat 1. In the other case you put E, 2nd floor flat 1. Odd numbered flat, even numbered floor. Then G lives in a flat that is to the west of the flat in which J lives. So west or east means by default it is the same floor. So G should be in flat 1, J should be in flat 2, then only flat 1 is west of flat 2. But and or but refers to the first person, that is G lives below the floor on which E lives. So G has to be below E. But then again he says J lives on the bottommost floor. That means both G and J have to be in the first floor. G and J have to be in the first floor. So in both cases, this is how it is. G lives in a flat which is to the west of the flat in which J lives, but lives below the floor of E. So both G and J have to be below E. The immediate next information was J has to be in the bottommost floor. So G and J have to be on the first floor. Okay, right. Further, what do we have? Only 2 floors are there between the floors on which J and F live, and F lives in flat 2. See, the condition is only 2 floors are there between J and F. So when he says only 2 floors are there between J and F, in the first case, yes, F will occupy flat 2 because E is already occupying flat 1. But in the second case, F can occupy flat 1 or flat 2, but we also have the information here in this case saying F occupies flat 2. But if suppose that information was not given, because here he is talking only about the floors, both F and J need not be in the same flat number. Could be in different flat numbers because only 2 floors should be there between. Understanding the point? It is not about the flat, it is about the floor. But in this case, also I will put F on the second flat only because it is very clearly available. Only 2 floors are there between F and J. F lives in flat 2. Correct? Then further, I lives on an even numbered floor and lives above the floor on which C lives. Okay? I should be on an even numbered floor. Okay? And lives above. That is what he says, no? And means it refers to the first person, that is I, lives above the floor of C. So if I should be even floor and should be above the floor of C, then can I say that the first arrangement is ruled out? Because fourth floor anyway is fixed. If I put I on the second floor, then C has to be put on the first floor, which is not available. So that is why I can rule out this. But in this case, I can definitely put I on the fourth floor only. I cannot put I on the second floor because I has to be above C. Now C can occupy in any one of the empty flats. Correct? Yeah, that is the information here. Now further what he says, C lives in a flat which is below the flat in which F lives. See, now look at the condition how he is saying. C lives in a flat which is below the flat in which F lives. Means by default, the flat numbers of F and C should be the same, but need not be immediate below. Need not be immediate below. So C can occupy in one of these 2 floors, either third floor flat 2 or second floor flat 2, because the flat is the same, compulsory. Understanding the point here? So whether the condition is with respect to floor or is it with respect to flat, we need to be careful, especially when you have multiple flats. Correct? So let us see further what he says. Now H lives above the floor on which D lives. Okay? So H lives above the floor of D. Means H and D cannot be in the same. H and D cannot be in the same. So C has to be put here. C has to be put there. Then only H lives above the floor on which D lives. See, floor. They need not be in the same flat number. H lives above the floor on which D lives. Yes. So this is the one that we will have. So IF, HC, ED, GJ. That's the combination from top. IF, HC, ED, GJ. Yes. Sandra, correct. Divya, slightly different. So GJ, ED, CF. CH, IF. Yes. NRK is also right. Okay, that's fine. So attempting is important, but keep practicing. If you are getting any particular set, struggling, you are struggling or you are taking more time, try to attempt the same set multiple times, because you need to also understand how quickly I can get the arrangement based on how do I approach. So attempting it multiple times will help you analyze, self-introspect, all these things will happen. Okay, do that. So yeah, that is what we get in this arrangement. So let us see the questions. Yeah. Now, who lives in flat 1 of floor 4? Flat 1, floor 4. Who is available? Yeah, that is correct. It is option 1, I. Flat 1, floor 4 is choice 1, I. Correct. Then who lives in a flat which is immediately above the flat in which C lives? See, he's talking about the flat. A flat that is immediately above the flat of C. Who is there? Flat immediately above the flat of C. Very good. Option 2, F. Correct. Option 2. That is correct. Then who lives in a flat which is to the east of the flat in which E lives? East of E means right side of E. Who is available? East. East is always our right side. West is always our left side. By default means it has to be on the same floor. East of E. East of E, as you can see, you have is third option. Correct. It is choice 3, D. East of E. E is on the second floor. So on the right side of E, you have D. Okay. Right. Then he's asking which of the following statements is true? Okay. Based on this arrangement, which of the following is true? Okay. So let us see what is it. Which of the following is true? Okay. Option 3. Okay. Option 3. That says J lives in a flat which is immediate below the flat in which D lives. Yes, that is correct. J lives in a flat that is immediate below the flat in which D lives. Very good. Third option works. Okay. Choice 3 works. Okay, then in which flat and on which floor does H live? So it's a direct question. So look at H and see which flat and which floor that person is. That is right. Option 3 again. Flat 1, floor 3. H is in flat 1, floor 3. That is correct. Yes. Choice 3 works. Very good. Excellent. Next, one more. We have 8 persons took a seminar in 4 months. March, June, August, November on 2 dates, 17th and 24th. This is also distribution, but months and dates are given. Correct? And he says only 2 persons took the seminar in each month. No 2 persons took the seminar on the same date of a month. The following information is known. So usually when dates are months are given, we fix the months. In that order you fix. Each month will get 2 dates, 17th and 24th. So March 17th, March 24th. June 17th, June 24th. August 17th, August 24th. November 17th, November 24th. So each month has 2 dates. Total you will get 8 slots. And you have 8 persons. Correct? So then, based on the information, now we can fix it. So March, June, August, November, 17th and 24th. Okay, let me carry those information to the next slide. So we have March, June, August, November, 17th and 24th for each of these months. Okay, so take that information in a tabular form, the month and each month having the dates, and then you have this data. So yes, you have 45 seconds, go through the data, try and get the arrangement. See what do we get. So usually when months are given, he will also sometimes give you number of days in the month. So usually we take that also into account. March has 31 days, June has 30, August has 31, November has 30. So number of days. Based on the number of days of the months can also some information can be given. Okay, I'll wait for 30 more seconds. I think Sandra has given the arrangement. Okay, SUKMR. U is given 2 times. FY, okay. FYSUKMR. Okay, all right. Okay, we'll look into that. Okay, good. Let's see that. Oh, okay. I'll start now. Time is almost coming to an end. So we have March, June, August, November, 17th and 24th. Okay. March 17th, 24th, June 17th, 24th, August 17th, 24th, November 17th, 24th. Okay. So March is 31 days, June is 30 days, August is 31 days, November is 30 days. Okay, Divya has also given the arrangement. Great. All right, good. Okay, NRK is also given the arrangement. Excellent. Okay, great. Let's see that. Now, M took a seminar on an odd numbered date in a month which has even number of days. So, odd numbered date, we know 17th. because 17th is odd number, 24th is even number. So 17th, and even number of days month. So even number of days month we have is June and November. So we can straight away have M either in June, case 1, or M either in November, case 2. Odd numbered date and even number of days month, 17th or 17th of June and 17th of November. Okay. Then we have the number of persons who took the seminar before M is same as number of persons who took the seminar after Y. Okay, before M is same as after Y. Since M's position is already fixed, Y can also be fixed. M is third from the top, we fix Y third from the bottom in case 1. Case 2, M is second from the bottom, we fix Y second from the top. That's all. Positions have to be the same, but from opposite ends. That is how you always have to remember that information for M and Y. Correct? Then further, he says 2 persons took the seminar between Y and K. Now, 2 persons took the seminar between Y and K. Unfortunately, I will not be able to look into the first arrangement any further because you already have 2 people between M and Y. That means now I need 2 people between Y and K, has to be after Y. But I do not have enough positions after Y. But in the other case, yes, I can fix K now. 2 people between Y and K. Okay. Now 3 persons took the seminar between F and K. Cannot be below K. So it has to be above 3 people. So F will be given in the 17th of March. 3 persons between F and K. Then A and U took the seminar on the same dates but in different months and took the seminar before R. So A and U, same dates but in different months. Now where is that possible? So forget about this first arrangement. So where is that possible? So same date in different months. Now as you can see, there is only one 17th available. So it cannot be 17th. So it has to be 24th. So A and U, same dates, different months, and both of them are before R. Then obviously you need to have A or U or A, and then R will be given in the end. That is the only possibility. Correct? Okay. But in different months and took the seminar before R. K and U took the seminar in different months. Okay. So K and U took the seminar in different months. So that means it has to be A here, it has to be U here, and the remaining person is AFKMRSUY. AFKMRS. Okay. S will be the person. Okay. So that is what we have. FYSUKAMR. Very good. That is the arrangement we will get. Excellent. That is the arrangement. What you have also given. That is the right one. Okay. Right. So now let's see the questions. Right. Now who took the seminar before K and after S? Yeah. Tell me. Before K, after S. Who is there? Before K, after S. Correct. The only person is you. Choice 1. Very good. Correct. Then how many persons took the seminar before R and after S? Okay. Before R, after S, how many are there? Before R, after S, how many are there? Correct. 4. 4 persons, and it is given in third option. Choice 3. That is correct. That works. Yes. Okay. Then which of the following pairs of persons took the seminar in the same month? Okay. You just have to see which 2 persons you get as a pair in the same month. That is correct. KA, option 4. Yes. Option 4, KA, but that works. Good. Then on which date and in which month did A take the seminar? Which date and month did A take the seminar? That is correct. Choice 2. Option 2 works. 24th of August. Choice 2. 24th of August. Correct. Then how many persons took the seminar after you? After you, how many persons? That is correct. There are 4 persons and it is given in 5th option. Yes. All right. So that brings us to the end of this session on puzzles for IBPS RRB Clerk. Okay. So I hope all the questions and all the models that are discussed is understood, and I'm very happy that you have done these questions on your own also. So keep practicing that, because this is an important topic you will get in your exams. 20 to 25 marks are dedicated to it. So ensure you don't make any mistakes. And also the approach in the exam should be all the non-puzzle questions. Other than puzzles, whatever the questions you get in reasoning, you have to finish that off first. Then sit with puzzles questions. Don't start with puzzles. Complete the non-puzzle questions. Try to finish them as quickly as possible. Ensure you are doing it correctly, so that you will have the confidence going into the puzzles question that yes, I have answered these many, I have these many marks with me now. So that confidence really helps in answering the questions of puzzles in the exams. Okay, that is how your approach should be. All right, thank you everyone for attending the session. Have a great evening. Good night. Take care.